Hi, I'm Scott Wrighton. I serve as Decatur's city manager, and every week you can tune in to this broadcast, this link, wherever you might find it, for a little bit of additional information about what's going on here at the city of Decatur. Financial analysts of all stripes seem to be sounding the alarm about the fragile condition of our nation's economy. The federal government's monetary and spending and energy policies have created a 40-year inflation situation, and it's resulted in a great deal of financial uncertainty about the future. The mayor and city council of Decatur have taken these circumstances and this uncertainty into consideration as they have prepared the new budget for calendar year 2023, which for us, for our spending plan, begins on January 1 of 2023. In previous broadcasts, I've given you some highlights about some of the things that are in the city council's budget for 2023. Let me talk just briefly about a few things that are not in the city's budget for 2023. The proposed budget does not include any increase in telephone and cable or power franchise fees. There's no increase in our food and beverage taxes, no increase in utility taxes, no increase in sales taxes, no increase in hotel and motel taxes, no increase in any of the fuel taxes that the municipality charges at the pump. And with regard to property taxes, the City Council has decided that they want to keep it as flat as they possibly can and only have what amounts to about a 2.5% increase that will have the effect primarily of increasing taxes on the, making sure that taxes, the property tax bill levy are included for new annexations and new construction. We've had a fair amount of new construction, especially in the commercial and industrial category, so that it falls mostly on those, so that the property tax levy for everybody else is as flat as it can be. Now, remember that the city of Decatur only has about 15% of the total levy. The other 85% of the levy is in all the other taxing bodies, chiefly the school district. On the utility side, and by that I mean the utilities that the city of Decatur runs, being water and sewer, we do plan a modest increase of about 2.5%, just to keep up with inflationary costs. But that's still very conservative on the mayor and city council's part, given the fact that that's about 1/3 of the normal inflationary rate, and actually less than that when you consider the cost of water and sewer, construction costs, maintenance costs, chemical costs, which are rising at an even more rapid rate than the normal rate of inflation. So what that means is that the City Council in its budget is really spending its reserves to provide basic services in 2023 because they are very mindful of the fact that there's a great deal of uncertainty in the economy in 2023, and they want to take every step that they reasonably can to protect you, the taxpayers, and still provide a full range of services that the city has been able to provide historically. Now, when I talk about property taxes, I also want to talk about something that is not raised very often and doesn't affect all people in the city of Decatur, and it affects people sort of on the fringes of the city, still in the city of Decatur, but more towards the periphery of the city. And it has to do with what I call double taxation. Now, parts of the city of Decatur are in 2 library districts, or they're in 2 rural fire protection districts. The city provides library services, and the city also provides full-time fire protection services just as a part of its municipal mandate. And these fire and library services are all covered by the general taxation that the city receives. But over the years, and it's happened over a lot of years, as the city has grown its boundary outward, we have annexed into rural fire protection districts and into suburban library districts. So if you own property in the city of Decatur, whether it's residential or commercial, and you're being taxed by any rural fire protection district or by any library district, and you can see those as a line item on your property tax bill, then you are the subject of double taxation, and you can petition the county to be removed from that rural district because you shouldn't be paying a double taxation. Forms for requesting that disconnection from the county can be obtained from Fire Station Number 1, that's our main fire station, just north of Grand, next to Highway 51, or you can obtain those forms from my office. Again, the way to find out if your property is the subject of double taxation is to look at your most recent property tax bill that is issued by Macon County and see if you have, if you're in the city of Decatur, if you also have a Rural Fire Protection District tax and or a library tax. If you do, then you might want to go ahead and take care of that by submitting the form that I mentioned, obtaining it and then submitting it to the county before the end of calendar year 2022, so that hopefully that double taxation situation can be corrected in your favor on property tax bills that will be issued and payable in 2023, thereby reducing it. So finally, I want to say that we hope all Decatur residents stay safe during this holiday season. With the cold weather, we tend to use space heaters more, and where our homes are tighter and they're closed up, and there are fire hazards that are more prevalent, and we have more fires during the cold weather because of that. And I encourage you to visit the Decatur Fire Department's website with some helpful hints about how you can keep your house safe. Enjoy some of the many holiday events that are available throughout our community between now and Christmas time and the end of the year. Stay safe, and I look forward to talking with you again next week.